Rev up your engines for the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast with Big E. Proudly sponsored by Christensen Law, where bikers helping engine bikers is more than just a motto. It's our commitment to the biker community. Be sure to tune in and listen to the latest news and biker buzz. And for all your personal injury needs, be sure to contact the Christensen Law team at 248-900-9000. Welcome to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast, where the rubber meets the road and the tales of the ride unfold. I'm Big E, your guide on this two-wheeled adventure. Life is short, bikers, so let's get after it. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm a little awestruck right now. So in studio, I have a really super cool guest. She's over there shaking her head. But for those of you that follow her on Facebook, we are fortunate enough to have GypsyRider in this podcast studio. And I was informed that this is her first podcast ever. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So thanks for coming. It's awesome to meet you.
It is very nice to meet you too.
And welcome to Michigan.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I've only been here less than 24 hours, but it's been awesome.
There's some nice riding.
Yep. And great weather.
Yeah. You got to check out M22 when you're here. Hopefully you get a chance to ride that. We were just on it Saturday for a ride, so
okay.
It's
That's on the list.
It's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's got to be on the list.
Yeah.
So for the listeners out there who live in a cave and don't know anything about you,
Yes.
let's give them a little history. When did you start this whole quest? Because that's really what it is.
Yes, it's a journey. I started this, I would say, about 13 months ago, actually, just last year. I went to a bike night at Buckeye Harley in Dayton, Ohio, and I had a photographer ask me where my bike was and asked if he could take some pictures. I got to asking him, who he's taking pictures for, and he said, riding on Motorcycle Magazine near Cleveland. He gave me a copy of it, and there was this ride and roll challenge in it, where you ride around all the businesses, roll the dice and stuff.
Oh.
There's 171 businesses, and I knew for me to get them all done in time, I had to stay out on the road. And so I bought a tent, the wingman of the road, and I planned my adventures, and I fell in love. And I loved riding all over, sleeping next to my bike, and I decided, well, I just want to get all the 49 states in and ride to all the national forests, and that's my goal. So here I am.
That is awesome. That is quite the quest. How many of the 49 have you done so far?
I have rode in about 19.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And I've camped in about 16 of those.
Oh, wow.
So
You got me beat.
Yep. I just, and it's not just clipping them either. I'm going to be spending 7 different nights here in Michigan up through the UP. And I was in the Thumb last night. So I really just want to, like I said, stay in all the national forests and really explore the states while I'm there.
Very cool. Very cool. So you have a day job.
I do.
How do you get away from, because you've been on some quests.
Yes.
You've spent some time away from work. Are you your own boss, or do you just have a really understanding boss?
So I'm a self-employed tile setter. I went out on my own about 7 years ago. So I bust my butt and work weekends while I'm at home, and I plan these when I can with my kids and everything, and then I go.
Yeah, because you're a mom too, and that's a full-time job as well.
It is. That's why I have a a Bluetooth Cardo system on my helmet so I
Yeah.
can answer
I
all their
noticed
phone
that.
calls while I'm out there and not have to pull over.
Right. You must have a good support system to help out with that, I'm sure.
Their father's amazing. You know, he's a great dad. Whenever I tell him or ask him, you know, hey, can you keep the kids extra, and then I'll take them extra when I get back. Yeah, there's no problems.
That's
you know,
awesome.
And my daughter's almost 18, so she's self-sufficient.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
actually taking care of my house while I'm gone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so,
Nice.
you know, I've kind of had to wait until the kids got a little older to be able
Right.
to go for a little longer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that too, but now our doggy sitter has moved out. She's 18. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh, well.
Yeah.
Go back to the tile setter job.
Okay.
Holy cow. So, I'm going to tell a story.
Okay.
When I was 25, 26, one of my odd jobs was I was kind of working on the side with my dad who does construction.
Yeah.
And we were working on this house, and the guy had like $30,000 worth of tile work just in his bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful
insane.
freaking sunburst, and I mean, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the tile setter was this German guy, little old German guy, like he must have been 80. And I had some slate tile that I wanted laid in my entryway of my house. And he's like, yeah, I'll come over and help you. Now, at the time, I'm 26 years old. I was working for Coca-Cola, pushing soda pop. I'm in pretty good shape. Teddy was this guy's name. And he came over and proceeded to run circles around me doing tile. So I have a lot of respect for anyone that does tile work.
Yes.
Because that is not easy.
It's hard work. Use your brain to always thinking, and you got to make the details come together.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's awesome.
I enjoy it.
That's
Keeps
very
my
cool.
mind busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. I just drive. That's what
It
I
makes
do.
me good money, so I can come out whenever I want. Right.
Yeah. That is cool. Kids, mom.
Yep.
Wow. So you came to Michigan. That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
First time in Michigan, except for little border hops.
Yep.
You're going to explore into the UP.
Yep.
H58, is that on your list of?
I'm not sure.
I can make it.
So when I plan these little trips, I consider them like window shopping trips. You
Okay.
know, like when you're not ready to fully buy something, you window shop, see what you want to come back for.
Okay.
So right now I'm on this quest to just hit all the states, and then when I find out the places that I want to come back to, you know what I mean, or when I
Right.
have more time to
Right.
explore,
Okay.
you know, I will.
I was just wondering.
So my biggest things are just a few destinations and campgrounds and things. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to hit that or
Okay.
not. Yeah.
But you are aware of it. You know, it's one of the motorcycle roads that
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah, that everyone.
I mean, it is a good road. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the road,
And that's in the UP?
yeah,
Okay.
the road from, I want to say it's Phoenix in the UP
Uh-huh.
up to Copper Harbor. I think is a better
Okay.
road.
Okay.
I think that's a better road. It's a good road.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that road, and I'm going to ride that again
I'll definitely take a note.
because
of
we're going
that.
up there in September.
Yeah. Very
So-
fun.
Okay, so you have like the ultimate camping setup. Your wingman
I
of the
think
road.
So. I think it's
They're
ultimate.
awesome.
Yes.
I've been looking at them
Yes.
because we have talked about a Sturgis trip next year.
Okay.
So that's something I've been thinking about. And the wife and I told you we're going up to the UP camping.
Yep.
I don't have a wingman on the road. I just got a Coleman, but
Yeah.
it'll work.
Whatever works.
What is probably the best piece of advice you could give someone who has never motorcycle camped before? Oh, I put you on the spot, didn't
Oh
I?
my goodness.
She got the deer in the headlights
So
up for a
I'm
second.
not, like I said, I've only been doing this for 13 months, so I wouldn't consider myself super experienced by any means. I don't have experience with a bunch of different setups and things like that. Every single trip is something a little different that I might pack out. And it really just depends on what your goals are. You know, a lot of people might not have room for the wingman of the road. It's not something very small, and it's not something very light.
Right.
but I love sleeping next to my bike on the ground, and it connects to it.
It is a sweet setup.
It works for me. It's what I want to do. But as far as don't, and this kind of goes for anything. Don't listen to other people. Do it. Figure out what you envision your camping trip to be. Get all the little pieces that you think it would make it work and be what you want, and try it. And then you find out what doesn't work and you replace it with something else, or whatever you do take that you don't want, you leave at home or take something different next time. I don't like listening to anyone. I want to know for myself, and everybody's goals and, aspirations are going to be different.
Good. I think that's an awesome answer.
That's really I can contribute to that.
That's a good answer. I mean, we do have a little bit of camping experience, so
yeah.
I think we'll be all right. But
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say to anybody who's just starting out is, just do what you think, and once you go out and do it, you'll know what's right and what's not right.
Right. And what works for you might not necessarily work for me.
Absolutely.
Good advice. Sound advice. I like that. So you've been to all these other states.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite so far?
Oh my goodness. So no, I don't have a favorite. Obviously, most people would know, the Smoky Mountains is just majestic. It really feels great to be there. However, I rode to, I was in upstate New York in the Adirondacks, and I was up in Maine, and those are two other of my favorites. I would say they're right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're Ohio.
Yes.
And you're a Michigan fan.
Absolutely. Go Blue, baby.
All right. That's good. That's what we like to hear.
Since I was very little.
Triple nickel. Obviously, you've probably ridden that.
Yes.
You probably ride that like we ride M22.
No, I wouldn't say I rode it. I've been on it a couple times. That's not something that I don't seek out the twistiest roads.
That's not your thing.
I ride them,
right? But you don't.
That I've done it, but that's not. I'm more of a cruiser and just like to see the sights and go places new and get tucked in the woods and stuff like that. It's not really about necessarily the twisties for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm just saying it's not the goal.
You're a biker. You got to like twisties.
Yeah,
it's just
right.
not
It's
what you seek. It's not what you seek out.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Savannah, Illinois, to Poopy's Pub?
I have not. I've been about an hour south of there at Psycho Saloon.
Oh, see, we were told about that place.
So last year I was out there for the very first time at Rat Stock 2023. Definitely check out Rat Rod Magazine and check out Rat Stock 2024 this year. It'll be at Psycho Saloon in Langley, Illinois. This will be their second year if you like rat rods.
Yeah.
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 So, but Poopy's was on the list. I've had a lot of people say or recommend the place. It actually is a possibility I could hit it at the end of this trip, maybe.
So
if I extend my trip by day, which is likely.
So we were just down there Father's Day weekend. Okay. It's actually our second time we've been there.
Okay.
Don't go in there on a Thursday night. Dead.
Okay.
We went there on a Saturday. It was much better.
Yeah.
But
before
we got there, there was a Motley Crue tribute band, Crew U. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But we went to another bar before we got there called The Edge Eatery and Drinkatorium.
Okay.
That place was awesome.
And what's it about?
It was voted the #1 dive bar in America. Yeah.
For what reason do you think?
Because it's a dive bar. But it was,
why is it #1?
The service was awesome. The people were super cool. And I think that's the vibe. Cool. It was, we went in there, we met a bunch of cool bikers there, and they told us, we said, hey, come on down to Poopy's. Oh, no. I mean, you guys will have fun at Poopy's, but you want to go somewhere cool, go to Psycho Silo. And I'm like, now you tell us. We already have this trip planned. But So
yeah, it's really nice. The owners are really nice out there. At Rat Stock, there's free camping back in a big meadow, and
cool.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool spot.
And any aspirations to hit some of our famous events like the Blessing of the Bikes in Baldwin or Muskegon Bike Time,
So
Rebel Road?
Rebel Road was actually on my list. I really wanted to be there, but work. I had to do a job. Yeah, I would love to come back up because I'm really not that far. 4 or 5 hours out. Events just aren't, again, at the top of my priority list. I like to do them so I can meet folks and get out there, but I really love being alone out in the middle of the woods and in the wind,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I like to go to the events and have fun at the events. I don't like to necessarily work the events. So that's why you don't see a Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast tent at the events yet.
Okay.
My sponsor is kind of hinting that I should maybe come help them out. So
you probably should.
I probably should. I probably will. Maybe I'll sell some T-shirts or something.
There you go.
Sturgis, have you been there?
I have not.
Really?
No. So I think that when I do go out, which might be next year.
We're going next year.
I'm going to go out a week or two before and hit up all the places that I want to ride to. So I don't have to wait or be on the road with a bunch of reckless folks because that's, let's face it, that happens.
You ride solo. You're solo.
It. Yeah. And then when rally time comes, I'm not out really riding far. I can just hang out for a day or two and walk or be around the major.
See, that's kind of our plan. We're going to go out like almost a week before.
Yeah.
And stay not in Sturgis.
Yeah.
And do the riding that we want to ride, to see the sites we want to see. And then the rally will be like hitting Friday. We'll go check out the rally on Friday. And then Saturday we'll rest, and Sunday we'll be back on the road home.
Yeah. So, see, that sounds perfect.
Yeah. See, that's kind of our plan. So.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You got my number now, so.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. And like Blessing or anything like that, we camp for Blessing. You probably just rode from Baldwin to here, pretty much, kind of, sort of.
The thing about it is, I type in where I'm going on my maps, and I don't hardly pay attention to where I really have been.
If you came from over where you said you came from, did you just come right down the road?
I took 10 here. It took me a couple hours. I come from the thumb.
Yeah.
Like St. Louis over there, the old gas station.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
So you came right down 10, so you went right through Baldwin.
Okay.
And
that's where the Blessing
That's where the Blessing is.
Okay.
And we camp over that way because we have guys that live in Ludington, which really isn't that much farther, but it's fun to just kind of camp and hang out.
Do you have any other events the rest of the year going on around here?
Around here, not really.
Yeah.
Nothing big. I mean, there's poker runs and stuff like that. Bikes on the Bricks is probably the next big one in Flint.
Okay.
Yeah. But Blessing is cool. Say hobos there just about every year.
Yeah.
Bike Time, Rebel Road, that's a big one.
Yeah.
The Mackinac Rally up in Mackinac City is the rally that everyone loves to hate. It's a question every year whether it's going to happen.
What's the reason?
It's a bunch of reasons. But I mean, it's a great location.
Yeah.
But it's got its issues.
Yeah.
And then now up in the UP in Gould City, Michihistrigan Rendezvous.
Yeah, I think Bud was just telling me about that. Maybe.
Yeah, he was, because he was up there this year, and we haven't been.
So that already has happened then.
Yeah, it happened. Father's Day weekend is when that happens.
That may be when he said he was up there for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we were down. That's when we went on our trip.
Okay.
So we missed it again this year, and I've had Jason Bice, who owns the campground.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on the show a couple of times. I'm warning him if he's listening that next year we will be up there in force. So, because we're planning our Sturgis trip, so we're not planning a big Wild Hogs weekend trip. So we're going to come up and harass the UP for a few days. But that would be a good one to go to.
Okay.
He wants to make that little Sturgis.
Okay.
So that would be good.
I'll have to put it on my list. I really hope to have a calendar put out by next year.
Yeah.
Have a lot of the rallies and events going on there for people.
It's tough.
Yeah.
To keep track of them all. I mean, I got them in my phone because I got
them on my calendar too.
Kind of what I got to do, you know. So I'm like, but yeah. And now you've been at it for 13 months. You have quite the following on Facebook. You're not aware of that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got 25,000, which compared to some is not a lot, but compared to others is
for only being at it for a year and a half.
So.
That's a lot, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah. See, I started it not aware that this was all a huge a thing. Right. I started my personal blog so my family and friends could follow it and have pictures and stuff they can see of the places that I've been. I didn't foresee having a bunch of followers. Yeah. So, but they're great. Everybody on my page is great. They're
right.
very positive and uplifting, and I love it.
It's cool. Yeah, you seem to have a pretty good rapport with most of them. I follow it, and once in a while I comment.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, and I lost where I was going to go.
You're
with
okay.
That. No, I totally lost where I was going to go.
You're fine.
We have that issue on the podcast quite often. It's called squirreling. So
I always lose my train of thought, so you're fine.
all right. So what's your next big trip? Do you have that planned or no?
So I'm not going to, I don't have another big trip planned this year. So I actually started thinking about my next big trip the day before I left on this one. But the thing is, in my mind, I'm thinking of Florida, a Daytona trip. When I say Daytona, I'll only hit Daytona for a day or two or be in the area. I've been there several times. But I want to hit the Keys. I haven't been that far down yet. I've only been
I heard that's pretty awesome.
Miami.
Yeah, I heard the Keys are...
So, yeah, I want to see if I can get to that. If not, my other one would be an April trip that I missed out on this year over to Outer Banks.
Oh.
For that bike rally and to hit up a few states over there that I haven't yet to complete the East Coast.
Nice.
So I'm hoping, a March or April trip for my next big one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And how much, are you one of the PP? I'm sorry, dude. So he's our road captain.
Okay.
And he typically plans our trips.
Okay.
And it's very itinerarized and structured. Yeah, structured's a good word.
Mine is very structured. However, just like today I was running late, it's what it is. I might not get all my stops in, but I have goals. And most of the time I achieve my goals. But,
right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. But it's structured. I have things I want to do.
Right. Hey, boys, knock it off. The podcast dogs are acting up. I was just curious how that worked. If you were that structured, if you were just kind of like Bud and just kind of, yeah.
If I wasn't structured, I wouldn't get very many miles in or get all the places hit that I want to. I would just be messing around. You know what I mean? Not knowing what I wanted to do.
You get caught up in the moment,
and So that's works for me and where I'm at in my life right now.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, our PP is structured. I like that word.
Yeah.
Structured.
And it goes great though, doesn't it?
Till we throw them a curveball, which we did last time. Because we typically, when we ride a lot of 2-lane.
Yeah.
We don't get on the expressway much.
Less than 500 of my 12,000 miles last year were on the interstate.
Really?
So, yeah. It's all back roads and 2 lanes and dirt roads.
Yeah.
Wherever maps take.
That's what he usually, but when we were going from, because we went from here to Elkhart, Indiana, to Champaign, Illinois, to St. Roberts, Missouri. And then from St. Roberts, we went to Savannah, Illinois.
Nice.
But somewhere along the line, we told him, we are getting on the expressway and we are laying some miles down because this is taking forever. He didn't like that. He gets bored on the expressways.
That's why I ride by myself, because I don't care what anybody else likes.
Yeah.
I'm doing me, and I'm going at my own pace, and I'm going where I want to, and I'm doing things that you're going to freak out about, and you know what I mean? That's why I do my own thing. So,
that makes sense. I mean, sorry, PP. He's usually sitting in that chair, so sorry he's not here too. So next year you're gonna got some trips planned. Maybe see in Sturgis. That'd be cool.
Maybe Sturgis, maybe Daytona is what it's looking like.
I probably can't swing Daytona and Sturgis in the same year.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, but now I'm just like, well, maybe,
Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I wish I could just do that. Just if I hit the lottery, I'm gonna. Yeah. But I don't see that happening either.
What trips do you have planned next year?
Oh, we got Sturgis planned. We're planning Sturgis right now. So that's our big trip.
And then just other little ones.
And I'm planning that instead of PP. So
oh dang.
Then we'll just have some little ones. Like I said, we always go to Blessing. We usually do bike time. We're gonna do Michihistrigan.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go over to Cheeseburger Festival.
Okay.
You're like probably just missing that because that's over by the Thumb.
Okay.
And I think that starts tomorrow.
Nice.
Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow.
No,
I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Caseville. Cheeseburger Festival. It's like,
where's the Taco Festival?
Huh?
Where's the Taco Festival?
I don't know. So yeah, I think that is. I know it is. This starts this weekend.
Nice.
Cheeseburger Festival. Yeah, we went last year. It was pretty fun. Deep fried cheeseburger. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I never even heard.
It was good. So on your trips, you eat out a lot? Do you shop? What's your preferred?
So I love breakfast. I think I have a place almost every day that I want to hit for breakfast.
Oh.
Because for 2 things, I just love breakfast and it gets me ready for the day. I'm full. You know what I mean? And the rest of the day, I'll snack on like nuts or beef jerky. Sometimes I don't really eat anything else in the evening, but I do have like different pastas that I can boil, which is probably what I'll do tonight, is just boil up some pasta and have that. And then every now and then I'll hit a dinner if I'm like starving or a certain place that I'm in the area that I want to hit or whatever. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have a breakfast place picked out for tomorrow morning? We can talk about it off the air. We'll talk about it off the air. Okay. Because I don't want you to be stormed by, crazy fans and all that stuff. But I don't know which way you're going, so but I know some good spots if you don't have one picked out already. But it sounds like you almost plan your trip by breakfast.
Oh yeah, no, I campground. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of things that go into where I'm choosing I'm going to stay. Timing, how much time I want to be on the road that day.
Of course, now I'm still amazed that you're riding that Sportster all these miles. But I mean, what do you 100 miles before you got to fill up?
About at the most.
About 100.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get to get off and stretch your legs for a minute. So that's nice.
It is.
So that's probably what's saving your butt.
It's needed. My butt isn't really being saved. It hates me. So, but it's going to make it. It'll be fine. On my last trip, I could barely sit down by the end of it.
Yeah.
Without it hurting. But it's all good. It's fine.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah. It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm a little bit awe. So
why?
Huh?
Why?
Just because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan.
That's awesome. I love it. Like I said, there's just so many great people. following and supporting me and stuff, and I just really appreciate that.
All of our little, I mean, we have a few that we call them the influencers.
Yeah.
In Michigan.
Yeah.
Rob Norton, Ride with Purpose up in Traverse City.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I were brothers. We're in the same club, but we support each other. And we got Farming Biker, RJ Callis, Thunder Roads Magazine, Brendan, Riding with Brendan podcast.
Okay.
So we all kind of, there's Carl, the hat guy, Michigan Bike Life.
Okay.
So we all know each other. We all, it's all good
cool.
between all of us,
Yeah.
even though we're kind of doing a lot of the same stuff, but there's room for everybody.
Though. Yeah, exactly.
So
everybody has their own personality and their own styles.
Right.
It brings a little bit different to the table.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And everybody does a little bit different topics, and it keeps
Very
it,
cool.
but we all get along. So, I mean,
working together.
Yep. And he's up to no good because he's a puppy. Tearing stuff up. Harley, really? He doesn't listen very well. All right, bikers. We're going to let the lovely GypsyRider get back on the road because she's got a little bit to travel yet. And
Thank you so much.
It is getting close to dark. Maybe. Yeah, and I'm not going to release this for a while, so
that's okay.
It'll be good. Life is short, bikers, so get after it. Thanks for listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. Have a good one, bikers. And remember, life is short, so get after it.